So China removes official after video games rules spark turmoil. So for those of you who didn't follow the news, maybe some of you guys are not aware, this happened about last week or was it 2 weeks ago? There was a draft rule in China that proposes that they want to like sort of like suppress or regulate gacha games. And when I say regulate gacha games, there's a rule that they want to regulate dailies. Some games might maybe like instead of dailies, they must change to weeklies, right? And then there's a few other requirements. I forgot what was the detail. Like no first-time purchases. That's one of the main ones. No first-time purchases. No first-time purchase bonus. Something along those lines. And that is not official. It's not an official rule. It's just basically a draft that someone try to push out, or they try to like mandate. They try to hopefully try to get it implemented. But apparently China has removed this official, which is I believe the guy that tries to give the draft. So let's have a read. All right. Okay. Oh shit! Why is the website so laggy? So laggy. Okay. So, why is there so much ads? I can't read. Okay. So China removes official after video games rules spark turmoil. So China removed an official at the government body overseeing its press and publications regulator. 5 sources who were briefed on the matter said days after Chinese gaming stocks were hit by the proposed rules to curb spending on video games. So basically that particular draft, that particular rule caused Tencent to lose $80 billion in stock value, and I believe a few others, right? Not just Tencent, the Tencent and a few others. NetEase was one of it. So Feng Shixin was removed last week from his position as head of the publishing unit of the Communist Party's publicity department, CCP. So because Tencent lost so much money, this dude was fired for even suggesting that government should regulate gacha games. That's what you get, fired out from CCP. The department oversees the National Press and Publication Administration, NPPA, which in turn regulates China's vast video game sector. So this guy is gone. Wait, this guy is gone just because he wanted to regulate gacha games. He wanted to say no dailies. Dailies are predatory. So just like that, he's gone. China State Council Information Office, which handles media queries on behalf of the Chinese government, including on the personal matters, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. And Reuters was unable to obtain Feng's contact details to reach him for comment. Wait, is he like gone? Is he like gone? Or is he just fired from the CCP? Or is he like actually gone? Just because he made China lose $80 billion. He's like gone, you know? Nobody can reach out to him. They couldn't contact him at all. Damn. The 5 sources said Feng's removal was linked to rules the NPPA announced last month that sent stocks in the world's largest video game sector, including industry giant Tencent, plunging. Damn. The sources declined to be identified as authorities had yet to officially announce Feng's departure. Feng has in recent years represented the Chinese government at events to discuss authorities' efforts to regulate the industry, including gaming, game approvals, and real name verification requirements for gamers. Reuters was not able to establish how long he has served in his current role. The NPPA's proposed measures, which seek to curb spending and the use of rewards that encourage the playing of video games, triggered fears that authorities were once again cracking down heavily on the sector and wiped nearly $80 billion off the market value of China's 2 biggest gaming companies. Holy damn. So this is insane actually. So now this, I don't think they would proceed with this. $80 billion loss in stock value. All this is your fault. The fault lies with you, Feng. My name is Dan Heng. Dan Feng. Oh, Dan Feng. Dan Heng. Oh. Of 5 politicians, 3 must take the fall. True? True. But Jingyuan is not one of them. Jingyuan is safe. Danfeng is one of them. Employee thrown out of the office building meme, but in real life. We will correct our people. No more gambling. No more wasting time. Sir, we are losing a massive amount of money because of that. Fang, you're fired. It's not even about removing gambling, it's just removing the incentives to gamble. Huh. You mean CN is not making money after the US-China war? I've no idea, but holy, that is a kind of a crazy thing to happen, right? Ban Gacha gambling from preying on minors until the predatory loses money. Okay. Surprise, surprise, the government also receives benefits from the predator. It's tainting our youth. It's sapping their savings. It's a poison to Chinese society. It's big money now. All principles are worthless before money. China is angry over the opium war only because the opium money went overseas not to do them themselves. I'm not sure if... Sure, some people are like gambling addicts and they do fall for this kind of thing, I get it, right? But I'm not sure if if you regulate things, they will just find another means to spend their money. I think most people that buy stuff in gacha games are because they can afford it, right? They would just spend another means to spend their money, I would believe, right? But I could be wrong. It really depends, right? There are definitely a lot of people that definitely falls for this predatory stuff, for sure. But I do think that there are more people that don't and are actually just do it because they can afford it, like whales and stuff. So it goes both ways, I think. They will just buy luxury items, buy Apple, iPhone. The global economy isn't in a good place. It's hard to just allow this kind of losses. 80 billion is a lot. It is. It might take a while to recover. It might never recover, right? It might never recover. It might recover half of its value. We'll see. But yeah. Just started playing Nikkei, just got the old Scarlet. Yup. You need to get a new one. Get a new one. We all know smoking is bad for your health, the health of people around you, and the environment. But tax money. Improve the education system instead and teach the population on how to manage their income. Some schools do have that, like they teach the education of like economy, right? Economic classes. Do they teach that? I remember learning that some of it when I was like 13 and stuff, like about bank stuff, but I can't remember every single detail. Flexing. We could just make drinking and smoking legal for minors too. Just teach them in school not to do it. I'm not sure what exactly the plan was here in the first place. China has already tried this before and it's never worked. Because it has never worked, they want to keep trying until it works. Maybe because this guy, this Fang guy, this Dan Fang guy is trying to make it work. Emo, the reason it's going to after the video game companies isn't addressing the real underlying issue. China particularly has an issue with kids spending way too much time and money on video games because, to be frank, a lot of them are spoiled and or are ignored. Yeah, I can see this being a thing because, like, you know, parents working, child at home, so they play video games. This is one of the rarings of the ugly heads of the combination of nepotism, entitlement, or extreme favoritism, archaic tradition, etc. Unfortunately, I don't see this issue fixing itself anytime soon. Social issues are among the most difficult to fix, especially in a nation like China, which is extremely stubborn when it comes to sticking to values. Alright. I've had a classmate who immigrated from China in the 90s. When he was in elementary school, his class organized a soccer game with another class on the weekend. Ooh. Wait, what? While they were playing, their teacher charged into the ball field and screamed at them for wasting time instead of studying. And the parents did nothing, as they all thought the teacher was right. Remove outdoors play and in-person group play by force, then be surprised when children and the adults they turn in to find their escape elsewhere. Interesting. Reducing the amount of time spent on games for minors is a good concept, but they went about it the wrong way and that's why they lost so much money. I don't think there's a right way, right? Like it's either the government do something, right? Or you leave it up to the parents. But based on how we have seen in society nowadays, can you really leave it up to parents? You know? Because not every parents are good parents. There are bad parents around. And bad parents do exist. And yeah, you can never solve this issue by just leaving it to the parents. It's very difficult. There will always be it's either you leave it to the government or you leave it to the parents. I do prefer to leave it to the parents, but it will never be a thing that you can solve, because some child are just going to be exposed to like stuff that they shouldn't be exposed to early on. Like not just gambling, right? But even like porn and stuff, right? Very, very easy for kids to get exposed with these kind of things nowadays, especially with the internet. Every kid has a phone. Like as a teacher myself, you'll be surprised how many of my students have better phones than I do. It's insane. It's insane, okay? Like some parents buy their kids expensive phones. It's just really insane. Dangerous for the government to step in like that though. Yeah, but China has always tried to do that. So it's always going to be a thing.